Tor Yowa. In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys 5 interesting facts you should know about Abuja. Let's go. So I recently completed a visit to Abuja where I shot interesting vlogs, and I felt it would be nice before we begin to get into these videos and let you guys know about 5 interesting facts that you should know about the Federal Capital Territory. And these facts are not the things you literally know before. I mean, I'm coming from the perspective of someone who's going to Abuja for the first time or something, you know. Well, this wasn't my first time actually, but it was like something around that range, you get. You know that this channel is a travel channel with a focus on African history, culture and tradition, and because of that, our first interesting fact is to let you know who are the original inhabitants of the area called FCT or Abuja. Well, these people are none other than the Igbayi people. So literally when, Babangida was like, oh, let's create a central, state that's gonna be central and, it's gonna become everybody's own, it was actually a lie. There's nowhere in the world that has never had a set of people that have owned it for hundreds of years. There could be a change of ownership along the line because of wars and conquerors and kingdoms, but every land has always been owned by somebody. So Abuja is owned by the Igbayi people. Now the Igbayi people are a tribe that's found in the Middle Belt, and there are about 5 million of them, and these people can be found in Kaduna, Abuja, Nasarawa, Niger states. The Igbayi people are known to be very, very peaceful, and they are very popular because of their work in pottery. I mean, you can look at this painting and look and see what Adequali is doing with it. She's a Igbayi woman, in case you don't know. One of the towns the Igbayi people stay in present-day Abuja is called Buhari, and that's where the Nigerian Law School is located. There's also a pottery class which we attended much later when you see our videos, and the Ushafa Crossroads still around that area. I can't wait to show you guys these amazing places. Let me give you a pro tip. Now, if you followed my IG, you discovered at the point in time I said I wanted to get this cap in Abuja, and they told me it was for 10,000 naira, and I knew it was just overpriced. When I was coming back to Lagos, I got it in Lokoja, and I got it for 4,000 naira. Now, how did I get it so cheaply? Because I used something that is not able to do by people. Now, the Hausa people or the people in the area of Abuja believe that the Igbayi people are very, very peaceful people. They don't, like to go for trouble. They just want to get things done easily. And so, because of that, there has been like a coinage of a simple term that, has resonated among Hausa-speaking people. So when you say Muishi Igbayi, or let me just be slow with that, so you get it, Muishi Igbayi. So once done a booking man, it means let's do it the Igbayi way, let's do it the peaceful way. So when I went in Lokoja and I asked the guy how much was this cab, he said 8,000. I was like, Muishi Igbayi. He laughed and everything. I said 4,000, cool, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. And it was like 6, 5, okay, bring it. So if you want to get cheap bargains, next time you go to the market with an Abuki man, just tell him Muishi Igbayi. You pick something from me right now. Alright, so the second one is Abuja is camera friendly. Guys, see, Abuja is camera friendly. I don't know how to explain. It comes from someone who's lived in Lagos and everyone is like, hey, come on that camera, blah 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 blah, and stuff. Abuja is literally more camera friendly. I literally have people asking me, oh, can I take a picture with you? What are you doing with your camera? Oh, I'm a vlogger. Oh, okay, let's take a picture. Oh, record me. Is it for TV? Oh, interview, blah blah. And I think that's because Abuja people are used to the channels or the TV channels headquartered in Abuja like AIT, Arise, and other stuff. Always the Vox Populi every time when there's a striking issue on ground, wants to know their opinion, to hear it on TV. So once they see you with the camera and the mic, it's like something they see on an everyday basis. I mean, we see it in Lagos too, but Lagos has its own craziness. I don't even know. The third thing, guys, is that Abuja's road is wide. If you want to cross in Abuja, it's quadratic equation. You have to stand first, calculate. The roads are like 8 lanes, so you have to calculate before, and then once you are doing a calculation, you run like Usain Bolt. Don't speed. Sure you get, because the roads are freaking wide. I mean, it's just compared to Lagos where we have our 2 lanes with 1 million cars and everything. The roads in Abuja are literally wide. Even the roads that are not like major roads, for a trunk B or trunk C road, it is also wide, wide. The fourth thing you should know about Abuja is that a majority of the restaurants is for nothing but vibes and pictures. Stephanie, they literally want to attract you because of their great ambience, you know, the setup, the beauty. That's basically what they're selling in Abuja restaurants. It's not like Lagos where there's a variety that you can be like, oh, Mama Puts, and then, you know, there's those that are above Mama Puts, but they are not literally Mama Puts. Then there are those, you know, restaurants that are above Mama Puts, above those that are literally above Mama Puts, but are now, you get, they're like, in Lagos, restaurants are in grades. The only, there's, before you can see Mama Puts in Abuja, you have to go like calm down and look deep. Then you now see one woman with umbrella and this thing, you know, trying to make ends meet. So, you know, that was one really bad thing, because I wanted to try out the local food and stuff, and it was so difficult to find because, you know, there was no local restaurants. All of them were serving Chinese rice and Indian fafushis. But you know, I later had my way with Kilishi at Area 1, and you know, so when you guys are watching my $10 video in Abuja, you get a feel of that. Now the fifth one and the final one, which is not a surprise, is that everybody knows Buhari. Everybody. What am I talking about? Like literally in Abuja, everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that is in DHQ, or somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that is in INEC, or somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that now knows somebody that is in commission. You get, everybody just knows somebody in federal government. So once you're in Abuja, you know, experience people trying to, you know, oh, this thing you're doing is not right. Yes, before you can take picture in this place, you have to seek permission. Do you know under FCT, blah 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 blah. In Lagos, nothing concern us. People are also, you know, getting on with their flow and stuff and getting ready. You don't, nothing concern us, concern seek permission from anybody in Lagos. What is, so literally everybody in Abuja wants to like tell you that they know somebody in the ministry, they know somebody in the government, so you can't cheat them, what you're doing is wrong, and blah blah blah. So if you're going to Abuja to vlog, you should probably, you know, take it easy. Try and be sure where you want to use a camera. If it's not somewhere where you need to talk to those that know Buhari before you start. And let me chip in one last one. There's escort everywhere. Everybody has escorts. Everybody. Even me now, as Peter's tiny space, if I vex and I jam small contract and I make one, you know, let's not say the amount, but I make small money, in Abuja, it is legal for me to have the military at my back and MP in the front, you know, just to do young when I'm going, you know, just to make noise and move fast. You get, it's a normal thing. Not say, I mean, you definitely would understand. There's 109 senators, 360 House of Reps, there's those in the ministry, there's immigration, there's everybody. There's thousands of people in federal government in Abuja, so it's quite understandable to see everywhere. So guys, that's the end of my 5 things you should know about Abuja. If you travel to Abuja for the first time, if you want to vlog, these things I hope they give you a little knowledge of, you know, how to move around and what to expect and what not. Don't forget that this is my tiny space for big ideas. If you love this video so much, you give it a thumbs up, share it to your friends, and drop a comment in the section below. Have you been to Abuja before? What was the experience like? Are you an Abuja resident? If you are, did I really get these things correctly? And I drop videos every Wednesdays and Saturdays, so I can't wait for you to watch the next video as I begin to drop everything from my Abuja experience. It go be.